Diary of Anne Frank, a la Shmoop. We diaries have it pretty rough. We get stolen by little brothers, slathered with stickers, and hidden under the beds with all the reeking shoes and mutant dust bunnies. But Anne truly appreciated me from the minute I came into her life. I was her secret keeper and her best friend. Anne wrote letters to me and named me Kitty and treated me like an actual person, which was kind of cool, except for the pigtails. Anne was a real smart cookie, even if she was a bit of a chatterbox. All the middle school boys wanted to be Anne's man, but it was the dashing Harry Goldberg who finally swept her off her feet. He was an older man, too. 16. Dating was tricky, as it always is when you belong to a persecuted ethnic group that isn't allowed to use public transportation and must be indoors by 8 p.m. Holland in 1942 wasn't the greatest place to be Jewish, but not everyone was jumping on the Hitler bandwagon. When the Germans summoned Anne's sister, Margot, her father's coworker helped the family escape to a hiding place, the secret annex. The annex was made up of a few rooms hidden inside Mr. Frank's old workplace. There was a slick-moving bookcase and everything. The Franks and their girls gained some roommates when the Van Dons showed up with their son, Peter. Each family had a few rooms and access to bathrooms and a sink, but none of them could leave the building or raise their voices for fear of discovery. Of course, with 7 people living in a cramped space, there were more than a few fights. Next to the angelic Margot and the quiet Peter, lively, sassy Anne seemed like a real problem child. So my unlucky owner became everyone's punching bag, which was totally unfair. Homegirl had an attitude, to be sure, but she was hardly a juvenile delinquent. It's hard to be good all the time when your daily activities consist of doing homework, listening to the radio, and peeling potatoes. Oh, and personal space? Forget about it. When a dentist named Albert Duzel joined them in the annex, the family put him in Anne's room, giving Anne her own personal live-in critic. Yep, it was lonely being Anne, until she started seeing Peter Van Don. Well, okay, she saw him every day, but all of a sudden, he seemed different. They became fast friends, and then something more, and then went back to friends again, which was probably a good thing because a messy breakup would have gotten them captured for sure. The annex crew was completely dependent on their helpers, Mr. Copehouse, Mr. Crawler, and Ellie, who risked their lives to keep the family safe and secretly bring them food. Burglars broke into the building again and again, and it was hard to get a decent night's sleep with all the planes shooting at each other and dropping bombs. There was a bright side, though. The radio brought news that the tide might be turning against the Germans, and Anne dared to dream that she might be sitting in a regular classroom sometime soon. Anne didn't write anything in me after Tuesday, August 1st, 1944. The Franks and the Van Dons were sent to concentration camps, and my best friend died in Belsen, Germany. I still keep her secrets, and now I share them with the world.
Subscribe to check out more equally fantabulous videos. You should see the subscribe button just below this one. If you're having trouble locating it, we recommend you watch our video, How to Find the Subscribe Button.